Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In this session, we will discuss further trigonometric equation from Swift Pemberton Additional Mathematics course for IGCSE and O level student. Some basic identities relation and some inverse relation. Cosec is the inverse relation with sine, and sec with cos, and cot with tangent. So we will use these equations. Let's solve exercise 9.8. Here we have question number 1. We have cot x is equal to 0.3, and we have to solve it for the for the range 0 to 360 degree. So since cot is 0.3, so when cot x is equal to 0.3 means cot tangent x is equal to 1 upon 0.3, and x is equal to tangent inverse, and 1 upon 0.3 is equals to 3.33, and we see that this is a positive value 3.33, and this should be positive in the first quadrant and the third quadrant. So in first quadrant the value is 73.3, and we will add 180 in this 73.3, we will have this one. So this is the solution for the 0 to 360 range. Similarly, for this sec x is equal to 4, means cos x is equal to 1 over 4, x is equal to cos 1 over 4, and we have 75 degree, and we have 360 minus 75.5, which is 4.5 degree. So this is the first quadrant, this is the fourth quadrant. Similarly for this D part, 3 sec x minus 5 is equal to 0, means 3 sec x is equal to 5, cos x is equal to 3 upon 5. Sec x is equal to 5 upon 3, so cos x is equal to 3 upon 5, and this is positive in the first quadrant and the fourth quadrant. So first quadrant minus 360 minus this is 6.9 degree. Now we plot this tangent x is equal to 0.3, and we see that here we have one solution and there is, so we can read it from here. Similarly for part 2, for cos x is equal to 1 over 4, here we have this in the first quadrant, this is the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant, this is the solution. So there are two solutions. Similarly for the third case, here we have only this solution in the third quadrant and the fourth quadrant. In the third part and fourth one is this one, this quadrant and this one, cos 3 upon 5. Let's solve this question number 2 in terms of radians. So this is the same, but here we have 0 to 360. Instead of 360 degrees we have 2 pi. So we can get the results in radians. Suppose let's solve this question number 3. Here we have sec 2x is equal to 1.6 for 0 to 180 degree. So cos x is equal to 1 upon 1.6, and 2x is equal to cos inverse 1 upon 1.6. So we have this cos is positive in the first quadrant and the third quadrant. So here this 2x is equal to 51.32 and 308.62. So x is equal to divide by 2. So we have this 25.7 degree and 54.3 degrees. Similarly, this cosec x is equal to 5. So sin 2x is equal to 1 upon 5. So 2x is equal to sin inverse 1 upon 5. And this is positive in the first quadrant and the second quadrant. So first quadrant 180 minus this one is 168.4. So this is divided by 2. So we have this 5.8 degree and this. Similarly for C, cot x is equal to minus 1, tangent 2x is equal to minus 1 over 1. So tangent inverse is this is negative in the second quadrant and the fourth quadrant. So this is second quadrant and this is the fourth quadrant. So we will divide with 2x this one, so we will have 67 point this, and divide this with this 2, so 157.5 degree. Similarly for 5, cosec 2x is equal to this, so 7 upon 5, cosec 2x is equal to this, so sin 2x is equal to 5 upon 7 minus, and this is the inverse. So this is in the this should be negative in the third and fourth quadrant. Similarly, so 2x is this degree, so x is equal to half of this. And we now plot this. Cos 2x is equal to 1 over 1.6. So this is, here we have this degree, from 0 to 180 degree. Similarly, for other plots are also here. We have this is in the first and second quadrant. For the third solution, for tangent 2x minus 1, we have this in the second quadrant and fourth quadrant. And similarly for other values. Let's solve this question number 4. We have sec x minus 30 degree is equal to 3. So cos x is equal to 1 over 3 for 0 to 360 degree. So x minus 30 degree is equal to cos inverse 1 over 3. So we have obtained this is in the first quadrant and the fourth quadrant. So from first quadrant and fourth quadrant, 30 degree will shift, and we'll add 30 degree on both, and we'll have this. So this is question number 4a. Similar for b, cos x 2x plus 45 degree is minus 5. So sin x 2x plus 45 degree is minus 1 over 5. 2x plus 45 sin inverse minus 1 over 5. So this minus will be in the third quadrant and fourth quadrant. So third quadrant and fourth quadrant, and we will shift minus 45 here. Subtract minus 45 from this and this. So we'll have this part. And now we will divide this by 2. So x equal to this much. So this is the solution. Similar for C part, and C part is in terms of radians, because the cot x plus pi by 3 is equal to 2, and tangent is equal to 1 over 2 for 0 to 2 pi, and x plus pi by 3 is equal to tangent inverse this, and this is positive in the first and third quadrant. So this is first quadrant and this is third quadrant. So by subtracting this, we have this values. This is the solution. So this is all simple. And cos x is equal to 1 over 7. So these are the plotting. And we have this solution, and here we have this solution. Similarly for this cos x minus 30 degree, because this is cos x and cos x minus 30 degree, it will shift. So rather than, and we have this solution here. Similarly for this one, for 45 degree shift, we have this shift 45 degree, and with the shift of this, we have this solution here at this intersecting points, red point. Similarly for the solution, D part is simple. Now question number 5. We have secant square is equal to 4. So cos square x is equal to 1 over 4. So cos square minus 1 over 4. So cos x plus half, cos x minus half, a square minus b square. So we have this cos x plus half is equal to 0, cos x minus half is equal to 0. This is cos x is equal to minus half, and this is cos x plus half. For this minus half, we have second quadrant and third quadrant. For this plus half, we have this first quadrant and fourth quadrant. So all the solutions 60 degree, 120 degree, and 240 degree and 300 degree. So these are all the solutions. So this was very important part. B 9 cot square x minus 4. So cot square x is equal to 4 upon this 9 will be here, and tangent x tangent square x is equal to 9 upon 4, tangent square minus 9 upon 4. This is 3 upon 2 square, a square minus b square is equal to 0. So a plus b, a minus b. So this is equal to 0, this is equal to 0, this is equal to 0, then x is equal to this one, and this is 0, then x is equal to this one. So this is a negative in the second and fourth quadrant. So this is fourth quadrant, this is second quadrant. Fourth quadrant can also be written like this. So from this, here we have this two solutions, and from this we have these two solutions. So total solutions are this. Similarly, the C and D part can also be solved, and here we have these solutions. Plottings. We did this plotting just for understanding. Tangent square x is also simple. So we have all positive because of this negative value will become positive. Now question number 6, we have this 3 tangent square x minus secant x minus 1 equal to 0. So this in place of this tangent square, secant square x minus 1 can be placed here. So by manipulation and simplify, we obtain this 3 secant square x minus secant x minus 4 equal to 0. And now we can break this middle term like this, and on factorization we have obtained this. And from this factor or this factor we have these solutions. So the total solution is this, which is very, very important. Similarly, and there is some plottings here, and we can see this changes x square like this. Here we have 1, 2, and 3 solutions. Here we have 3 solutions. Similarly, the other problems, 4 tangent square x plus 8 secant square equal to 1. This tangent square can be shifted like this, secant square minus 1, and secant square we normalize it like this, and now factorize it, and by factorization we have obtained this, and from this we have this solution of this solution, and from this x and cos x equal to 2 is not possible, so the only solution is this. This is very, very important. And some plottings we have did it here. So this is all question number 9.8, and we did all this plotting. In the this is also a G part, 3 cot x is equal to 2 sin x. This cot x can be written down as cos x upon sin x. So this sign can be shifted there. Cos x equal to 2 sin square x, in this place of the sin square x, 1 minus cos square can be placed here, and by equation, by rearranging we have this, and by factorize it now, and we have this part, and now get the solution. This is not possible, but from this we have this solution, so this is the solution. So this is very, very important part. Well, with this and that we have this kind of plotting, cot and sin x. Similarly, other question can also be solved in a similar way. In the next session we will discuss exercise 9.8.